Hey guys, how are you? How you doing? And welcome back to the second episode of the Sober Road to Glory on So Rare Josh. I just want to say a quick thank you to you guys for the support on the first episode. It truly blew my mind. And to say thank you, we are going to be doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers of an in-season card giveaway. So make sure you stick around the series for that when we get there. But let's jump straight in to episode 2. We have got the Mega Kart Essence Rush happening today, the day I'm recording this, and of course you know we've got to get some of that action. So how it works, we buy 5 cards from our cart all in one go, and then you win anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 Essence. So we could end up crafting 3 cards in this episode, and I'm super excited for that. But before we do so, let's get into speaking about So Rare, my week, and what is to come. So, as I'm recording this, there is 19 hours, 14 minutes till the Premier League arrives. The prices are going to be crazy, so if you are getting involved, good luck to you, and hopefully it doesn't break the bank too much. But hopefully you're going to be like me and do some scouting, getting plans in place as to players you know that you're going to want to buy. We've got 2 weeks till the Premier League does start from the day the cards come out. So let's not rush into things. Let's get that blueprint in place and hopefully a plan for the season, which is going to reap the rewards of hot streaks, the leaderboards, and everything else So Rare has to offer for us this season. But over this week, what I've been doing is building some lineups, some different competitions, and really trying to get the most out of money for hot streaks and leaderboards and everything that I can. But my main focus is hot streaks. So let's jump in to the gallery and have a look at everything that we've done. So as you can see in here, we've got a mix of Challenger, Contender, and a few JPL cards for good measure as well. Everything you can basically play hot streaks for, apart from Eredivisie, which doesn't kick off till next weekend, but the cards are available now. So as you go through, you'll be able to see the prices. I'm not going to break down every single one because we'll be here all day long, but I am going to create a spreadsheet, which I'm more than happy to share with you guys for next week to show our cost, how much we've brought them in for, what they've done for us in our gallery. Have they won us any hot streaks? Have they won us any prize money off the leaderboards? Have they won us Essence? How much was that Essence craft worth? And then kind of how much that return on investment has been per player to break it down, and also not just that but per competition, and that's something I'm going to be looking to do over the next week, so make sure you catch that in the next couple of episodes to come. But let's show you through who we've brought, and you'll be able to see the stacks that we are looking at running over this coming week and the different types of players in the gallery as I scroll through. And we have managed to now put out 4 lineups in Challenger, because I did do the essence crafting in a previous episode, but I hated it, so I deleted it, and now here we are. So we're going to do it again for even more fun. As you can see, we've got a few contender guys up for sale there, and then our classic Premier League cards that we brought in preparation, because I do think having them smashers at classic level could be a game changer for us, because the price of in-season Isak, Bruno, Haaland, Salah will be astronomically ridiculous, and my bank account won't be able to handle that. So let's jump in and show you the lineup. So we're trying to hit our hot streaks with for this week. Let's start with the JPL. So we have gone for the bonus. The only thing is Nissan is on a 70%, 67 L15, sorry, because that's the only game he's played over the last 15. So we're not going to be able to get the cap to 60, but hopefully his score will level itself out after he's played a few games. So as you can see in there, that is our stack. We've got Mekiele as our captain, and hopefully that will be able to hit us the 250 hot streak this week to return us $6. So that's going to be our Belgian League team. I'm excited for that. I've never played the Belgian League before, but I said I was going to show you guys everything we're doing in the series, and that's exactly what we are going to do. Now, Challenger, my main focus for this is the Scottish League. I watch the Premier League, I watch Scottish football. In fact, I watch any football that's on, like you guys probably watching this video. But my first team in Challenger and my main team is going to be my Hearts stack. So as you can see, I've got Xander Clark in goal. I do think he's going to start the season as their keeper. The defender, I'm not too sure on yet, but we do have a couple of options in the gallery, as you would have seen. So we might be able to change Haukler yet. However, I do think once he is fit and he is in that lineup, he is the best scoring centre back the Hearts do have. We've then got Benny in midfield over Devlin. He's a little bit cheaper, and his scores to the end of last season were fantastic. Braga, whose cap for the L15 is 0 currently, and he is going to be my captain heading into the first game week. Him and Shanklin both did score against Sunderland in a pre-season friendly. And Hearts have gone 4 from 4 in the warm-up tournament for the Scottish Premiership. And then Shankland is going to be floating in behind, hopefully getting the goals, assists, takes the penalties for Hearts. And I think that's a really solid team to try and get us that 250 points for our first hot streak. And then, as you'll see, we've got a bit of a lesser team. No offence if you're a Livingston fan, but I had their rare stack when Shamal George played for them a few years ago. So I brought their stack at limited level. Not sure if Carey's going to start the game, but because when we did our last Essence Craft, I brought 5 Livingston cards that are probably going to start for the season. We've got plenty of options, so I will be looking and seeing who I think is going to be starting and then doing the Livingston stack based on that. But that one's just for a little bit of fun. They're super cheap, so if you aren't looking to spend loads on Challenger but are looking to get into it, there's certainly an option there for you for a little bit of fun more than anything. Remember, Sorare is meant to be fun at the end of the day. It's not meant to put anyone in any financial straits or put you under the pressure of feeling like you have to. It is there for fun. It's a fantasy football game, and don't forget that. And then our third team, we've gone for the mix so that we can get the 6% bonus on this one. We've got the 4% on Hearts and the 4% on Livingston, and them 0% players do really help that. But then this one, we've gone for a bit of a mix. So we have gone with Shamal George, now he's back in the league. I can't not get him. Absolutely love him, Liverpool legend. And then we have got Declan John as our defender. I always like that kind of defender goalkeeper stack most of the time if I can get it. And then we have got Ayushi and Jensen. Ayushi played amazing in pre-season for Aberdeen, and they're all raving about him, so hopefully he'll be good in the season. And then we've got Dazen Maeda, speaks for himself, classic smasher. He's going to be our captain probably all season long. And then we have managed to get a fourth team out. This one is just for total fun. We have Cammy Devlin classic card. He's about £1, if that. So if you're looking for a classic card who's going to score you 50, 60 points, he is that man. But what you guys have to remember, we only need to hit 250 with 1 out of the 4 of these teams to hit the hot streak, and I'm hoping, looking at these, at least 1 out of the 4 with the fixtures. Shamal George and Declan John isn't great, but Hearts have an okay fixture against Aberdeen. Livingston play really well against Kilmarnock in one of their warm-up games, but Silla scored an own goal, so hopefully they'll be able to actually finish and get the ball in the back of the net this time. Then, like I say, this one's for a bit of fun. And then Contender, totally revamped since you've seen it last week in the first episode. I don't think any of these players are actually the same apart from Zeka, who did absolutely carry us to greatness last week. But we have gone with Foreman Hoffman in goal in the Bundesliga 2. Rissa, who has come back across to Molde, so that is not actually an MLS card. We have then got Luis Diaz in the Chinese League, consistently scores 50. Zeka, as I just said, absolute smasher, scores goals for fun. Got an assist last weekend, he was my captain, as you would have seen. And this weekend, most importantly, we are going for hot streak. 300 points for $10, and that would be great if we can get that back. And then we've got Persic. He was injured towards the end of last season. However, he was an absolute smasher before that, so hopefully he can recapture some of that form and have a good start to the season. But I know the team he is in is struggling a little bit, not having enough players and things like this. So hopefully they'll be able to get sorted as the season goes on. But he is a really quality player to have in the lineup, and that leads us to So Rare Inside. So Rare Inside and Predictify. I'm sure if you play So Rare you know this, but if you don't, then what they are is their prediction sites. They have experts, they have everything you'll need. And basically, if you were to go into it here, if you had a Salzburg team and you want to see who the percentages are, it tells you what percentage they are to play. This is a draft right now, but they do update it closer to the time. And then it tells you what it thinks their score will be, as it says here. Based on their recent player performance, more data from the club, league and national team means a more accurate score. So what that does is that tells you roughly what score it thinks that those players are going to get in that game. If you were to have a Salzburg team here and have the fullback, as you see, it says they're both going to score 100, and you would be absolutely buzzing with that. But don't take this as gospel. It really is a guide. Do your own research as well. Make sure you know what's going on with your team and your players. However, it's a super helpful tool to have on So Rare, and I just wanted to give that a quick shout out, as I do think if you are looking to put money into this game and really take it seriously, this is a super helpful tool to have. So as you can see here, I've got 5 players in the basket, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy these, see how much essence we get back. There is a method to the madness here. I need them for the collection scores. It will get me the extra percentages of my lineups, and I also need the backup goalkeeper for Livingston. So there's method to the madness. It's not spending the pointless money, but hopefully we can get some good essence from it, and that will allow us to craft a card for you guys today, and I'm super excited for that with the new crafting system. So let's have a look. As you can see, we've got all 5 of our cards, and what do we have? let's see beneath it. We have got 2,000 essence. So that means we are going to be able to craft not one, but 2 cards at the end of this episode for you guys. And I am stoked for that. So let's jump straight into it. Let's go down to our essence. And let's get this going. Before I do this, guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, feel free to hit that subscribe button, give it a like. Let me know down in the comments what are your lineups for this weekend. Are you looking forward to the Premier League? And if you are, who are you looking to pick up? What team are you looking to pick up? And have you had any good craft essence from the Mega Car Essence Rush? But let's stop delaying. Let's get into it. Let's do our first one. And as we can see, it shuffles them all up, gives us a big deck of cards, and then we get 10 to pick from. And this is where it's either going to be paid or gain. I've been reliably informed to go for number 5 in my first essence pick. So we're going to click on it. We are going to confirm it. And that has given us Lee Dong-hyup from the Pohang Steelers. Kevin and Babu is there. And that would have been a really nice card to get as number 2. However, I do like the Pohang Steelers. So let's have a quick look and see about Lee Dong-hyup. Lee Dong-hyup. There we go for the Pohang Steelers. And he has been selling for 55p. So not the best card to get. And then Babu in season, I'm pretty sure, would have been a really nice card to get. About £5.75. I mean, it would have been worth it for sure. So let's claim him, get him into our gallery. And then let's get into our second craft. And let's swipe it across. And this time I'm going to go for my lucky number, which of course, as you can see behind me, the Liverpool pictures, is going to be number 8 for Steven Gerrard. Let's click on it, confirm it. And we have ended up with another Chinese League player. I'm not going to have a look at his price right now. But as you can see the cards here, you get a chance of 10. And I think once the Premier League comes and everything like that, I think this is going to be such a great addition. Sorare. It adds another level of fun. And honestly, I just think that Sorare this year is going to go from level to level with excitement. There's so much to do on the game. It feels like you can actually play Sorare as a game now. You've got your missions on here. So as you can see here, if you have any players playing a game on that day, you come into your missions, you come up to here. Even if they're not starting, it's worth throwing them in. And that can win you XP to level up your cards. You can see in here as well your hot streaks. So as you can see, I'm going for the second one in this. I've got my lineup set in here, and I might well have an Eredivisie one by the next time you see me, but we will see about that. Then you've got so many other missions to do as well as obviously your lineups, seeing how the hot streaks are going, and also making sure that you've got your collection bonuses, which are in here. So they're just going to give you even greater scores, and we need to start vaulting some of our cards as well, and I'm going to do that over the next week and show you guys what I decided to throw into the vault in the next episode. But that is going to be the end of it. Thank you guys so much for joining me for episode 2. Episode 3 will be up later in the week for the weekend, and I cannot wait to see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.